Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spot Jenny. Hope everybody's doing well. This is your match week 12 relegation battle show where we look down at the bottom of the Premier League, and we go through the fixtures, the results, what it means, and how we're genuinely feeling about this the relegation battle this season in Premier League. So, without further ado, let's start on Saturday, the 8th of November, the Saturday before the international break. West Ham United got back-to-back victories in the Premier League after beating Burnley 3-2. Um, West Ham now have scored 6 goals in 2 games, both at home. The first, first back-to-back victory in a very, very long time, especially at home. Then you had Chelsea, who comprehensively bet Wolves 3-0, um, signalling the end of Victor Pereira. And, they've brought in the manager from Middlesbrough, is it Edwards or something? So the Wolves will be looking and hoping for a manager bounce to see if they can rectify the season, which I think is going to be very difficult. We'll have a look at the table in a minute. And then Nottingham Forest picked up a really, really important 3-1 victory at home against Leeds United. Now, Leeds United's last two away defeats at Brighton and Nottingham Forest has put a bit of pressure on Daniel Farker. The Leeds United fan base are crying for him to be sacked, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, the other team what we have to bring in this week is, and we've got no choice, is of course Leeds United, because they've been dragged right into the relegation battle, and so have Fulham, who lost 2-0 away at Everton. I think that's Everton's first win in four games. So Fulham are on a bit of a downward trajectory, and I think all's not good at Fulham. They shouldn't be in that position in table. After the season they had last season, Marco Silva's a good coach. Um, all is the a scenario where Marco Silva's looking for a way out, and he's throwing these games. I hope I'm wrong, because all managers should have integrity about them, and should be they get paid by the clubs handsomely, and if he's trying to get himself sacked, um, the estimation of Marco Silva goes down, in my opinion. Anyway, so let's have a look at the table and see what that's done to the table. So, um, Wolves still currently rock bottom in 20th after 11 games, minus 18 goal difference on 2 points. Nottingham Forest have closed the gap to 17th place Burnley by 1 point after that win against Leeds United. They're on a minus 10 goal difference. West Ham are currently 18th. Again, on a minus 10 goal difference after 11 games, but they're now level with Burnley on points. The only thing what's separating them is a two goal swing. 17th, you've got Burnley, who are on 10 points. Played 11. They've got a minus 8 goal difference. Leeds United are currently 16th. Played 11 on 11 points, so that's a point a game on average. Minus 10 goal difference. And Fulham played 11 games, 11 points, minus 4 goal difference. So it's getting really, really close. It's the bottom of the Premier League. So as you can see, what we'll do is we'll have a look at the upcoming fixtures. Burnley open up the game week 12 fixtures with a trip at home against Chelsea. That's a dinner time kickoff. West Ham United have got an away trip to Bournemouth. Um, that's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Fulham have got an home tie against high flying Sunderland. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Nottingham Forest travel away to Liverpool. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Important game that. Wolves are at home against Oliver Glasner's Crystal Palace. Going to be really difficult for Wolves, I think. And then on Sunday, Leeds United are at home in what has to be a must-win game against Aston Villa. When you think about the fixtures, what they've got coming up, you know, it's so tight down there, guys. It really is, and it's 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 it because I'm a Leeds fan. It's nervous, but it's an exciting. It's this has to be closest the Premier League tables looked in a very very long time. Not just at the bottom, but at the top two. It's pretty close. One win can see you climb up to as high as 14th. You know what I mean, for the bottom clubs. So there's a hell of a lot riding on it. There really is. And Newcastle have to be very careful as well. They're only 1 point above Fulham, who are having a bit of a mare of a season, if I'm honest. They've won three, drawn three, and lost five of Newcastle. So come game week 13, we might be including Newcastle into relegation battle too. So it's just going to be an exciting run to end its season. I don't think anyone's going to run away with it. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to go right down to wire myself personally. The three teams, my favourites to go down, are Wolves, Burnley, and unfortunately Leeds United at this moment in time, because I do think West Ham and Nottingham Forest will start climbing the table now. All we can hope for, if you're a Burnley fan or a Wolves fan, is that Fulham continue on this poor form they're on and they get dragged right back into it. It's it, it's it what's the word I'm looking for? It's it's definitely the most competitive league in the world. There's no doubt about it. The quality in the league as well is second to none. I just wish the referees' quality in the league were a little bit better than what it is. But it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be really, really interesting to see which way this relegation battle goes, and we'll have to wait and see, and hope that if you're one of the teams involved in relegation battle, that you do enough to survive come end of season. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching this edition of the Sporting Journey. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like I says, I don't do in-depth analysis and stuff like that. I just it bores the pants off me. I just like to give my honest thoughts as the game weeks go by. Anyway, thank you for watching this edition of Sporting Journey. Take care. Look after yourselves. See you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.